guys, it's Lori the Youper Goddess, and I just got home from work and I've been so excited all day because I was going to show you this recipe. It is a family recipe that we've always loved, and it's made with kudigi and pepperoni, and it's called pizza casserole. And you know, I've been talking to a lot of ladies out there and they're like, I need ideas, I need something different, and this is something different. And it's Thursday, which I can't ever justify a drink before Thursday. So I'm going to take a drink of wine. Like I say, I drink with wine, or I mean, I cook with wine. Okay, so I'm going to show you the first step in making this. And if you're a Youper, you know what kudigi is. And if you don't make your own kudigi, you can buy it. Or you can use, what I found is Johnson's Italian sausage is really good in this. You want like a spicier sausage in it because that's just what makes it so good, and that's what they usually put on a pizza. So we're going to brown up our kudigi, and we're going to take pieces of pepperoni, and we're going to just cut them in smaller pieces. And you're going to put your pepperoni in with your meat, so some of the fat from this pepperoni comes out. And then when this is all done, we're going to drain it. And then I'm going to show you how to make your own sauce, because let me just tell you, I hate store-bought spaghetti sauce because there's 2 P's involved, processed and poison. If you look at the ingredients in all those processed sauces, it's just unbelievable what they put in it. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to make your own sauce. It takes like 5 minutes. And it's cheaper, better for you. You can't go wrong. So when we come back, I will show you this meat mixture here. We're going to add some onions to it. We're going to add peppers. And it is going to be so good. You're not going to be able to stand it. So our meat and our pepperoni is all cooked, and I'm going to show you a really cool way to drain meat. You know, whenever you cook ground chuck or whatever, you should drain it. That fat is like not good for you. So you just use a colander like this. Isn't that cool? And it all drains. And I did get some on the counter, but just give it a good shake. Look at all that grease. That came out of the pepperoni mostly. And then you're just going to put it back in your pan. Yay! Isn't that cool? You know, you got to wash that, but big deal. You can do that in 2 seconds. So our meat's all cooked, and what I did here is I had a half an onion, and this is about the size of the onion. And I cut up a couple colored peppers. Those little ones you can buy in a bag are really a lot cheaper than the big ones. And a little green pepper. And we're going to put this all in our meat. And we're going to cook it for probably about 10 minutes because you want it to get soft. It seems like when you make a sauce and you don't cook your vegetables, they seem to stay kind of hard, or they don't cook right. So we're going to saute this, and we're going to let these veggies get nice and soft. And then I'm going to show you how to put the sauce together. But one thing I wanted to tell you is I cooked these noodles ahead of time. Look at how cute these are. Aren't they just adorable? I love them. Yum. So what you're going to do is, whenever you're cooking noodles, as I'm talking with my mouth full, salt the water. You know, I don't care what kind of sauce you put on a noodle. If you cook your noodles with no salt, your dish is ruined. And I've gone to many restaurants where I'm all excited to eat a pasta dish, and the first bite I'm like, geez, you know, you didn't cook the noodles in salt water. So what I do is, when you got your water boiling, put salt in it, but then taste the water. And it's going to be a little salty, not so salty you can't stand it, but just a little salty in it, and your noodles will be perfect every time. So, and I cooked these so they were still a little tough, because when you're making a casserole, your sauce will get absorbed. The noodles will like suck up some of that sauce, and I'm telling you what, it is so good. So we're going to let these veggies cook for a few minutes here, and when we come back, I'm going to put this rest of the sauce together. And then we'll be golden. Our veggies are nice and soft. So we're gonna make the rest of our sauce. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna use like a 28-ounce can of tomatoes. These are my tomatoes I canned. And you know what? This year when I canned them, I left the skin on them. You know, there's a lot of vitamins in the skin, and I was gonna can tomatoes. I'm like, screw it. I'm not peeling them. And you can't even tell the difference. And it took me half the time to do it. So I was pretty excited about it. So you're gonna just dump your tomatoes over your meat. And you are going to add a little thing of paste, which is 6 ounces. See, this isn't real hard, is it? You know what I mean? And you buy that, you buy sauce, and it's just, you want to avoid processed foods. You know, I wish I did more, but you know, I always cooked dinner, even in my 20s. I never really did buy many things that were processed. Now the cool thing about this casserole is you're not going to put tomato sauce in it. You're going to put pizza sauce in it. And I made this pizza sauce yesterday. The recipe's on the website, youforgotis.com, and we revamped the website, which it looks awesome. Vic did an excellent job. So when you go on the website now, the recipes are just right there. So, okay, we're gonna add a few spices, and I don't really measure anything, and this is how you can do it too. You know, who cares? Once you get this sauce done, like if you're gonna make spaghetti, you would put tomato sauce instead of the pizza sauce. I use the same sauce for everything when I'm making lasagna, chili, everything. So what I do is I just like go like this. This is chili powder. I just put a couple of them in there. I take some oregano, which this is from my garden. Put that in there. If you don't like a little spice, I always put, you know, crushed chili flakes in mine. And also parsley. I would probably say it was about maybe a teaspoon of each of those. And you're going to stir this around. Like this. Yum! Doesn't that look good? And one thing, when you know, in my garden, I always plant cherry tomatoes. I have way more luck with cherry tomatoes and grape tomatoes. And let me show you something. Check this out. They freeze like marbles. It is the best thing. When you're making sausage, you just throw these little tomatoes in there. And I made my pizza sauce out of these. I just think it's so cool. And so easy. You put them on a cookie sheet and you throw them in the freezer first, you know, just like I freeze blueberries. And put them in a bag and they last. They're just awesome. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of sugar in this. Whenever you're making a sauce that has a lot of tomatoes in it, you want to put a little sugar because that cuts down the acid. And also a sprinky dink of salt. And we're going to let this cook, and then when we come back, I am going to show you how to put this casserole together. And I think I'm going to show you how to make garlic bread too, because you know what? I can't eat this without having a piece of garlic bread with it. I'm a garlic bread freak, so see you in a few. Okay, so look at our sauce, how great it looks. I am going to, oh, here's my spoon. I'm going to taste this just to see if it has enough salt and how good it is. Oh. Did you see how easy it was making this? No, this is like, you can say, yeah, I made the sauce from scratch. And they're going to be like, really? It was so easy. So the first thing you're going to do is see this nice bowl I got? I got this at a rummage sale. Isn't that awesome? A whole set for like $5. And this is a Pyrex, which is oven safe. Now, whenever you're making like a casserole with sauce, you want to put sauce in the bottom first. And this is just like a lasagna. You're going to layer it. You're going to put some noodles. Look at how cute they are. And then you're going to put some cheese. Like my husband says, you can never have enough cheese or too much. And I got this mozzarella cheese sliced. And I'm going to put a couple slices of that in there. And then you're going to put more sauce. This is going to be bubbly and cheesy goodness. pizza casserole. It's gonna taste like pizza, which is like awesome. So we're gonna repeat. Now what I cooked here, typically I cook 3 cups of noodles when I make this, and it makes this big bowl full. I never mind when I have leftover noodles because I have a tendency to eat them for lunch. So we're gonna put some more cheese, as I get it everywhere here, and some more sauce. I'm gonna do about 3 layers. And when this cooks, it'll be all bubbly. And the mozzarella cheese for the top, you're not gonna put on till it's about, you're gonna cook it about an hour. So after about 50 minutes, you'll put the top cheese on so it doesn't get, you know, real brown. I like it like melted and gooey. So, you know, in my household, you have to have mushrooms on pizza. So what I do is I keep them in the can and I just dump them on the top. So, you know, every time, you know, when someone grabs, you know, a spoonful, there's a mushroom. I used to put it into the sauce and I'd be like, I never even got a mushroom. Where are they, you know? So you just sprinkle them on top here. You can use 2 cans if you want. I usually use 1 can, but see? Yay! So we're gonna cover this and cook it, and we'll be back after that's done. So I want to show you, I bought these little French breads here, and I love garlic bread, and I make it with butter. Do not eat margarine. It's one step down from plastic. Does that sound appetizing? So now they're saying butter is better for you. You know, years ago they're like, butter's terrible. Well, margarine is terrible. Man-made. And you know how I feel about man-made things when it comes to food. So what you're gonna do is, I always buy salted butter when I make garlic bread. If you buy unsalted butter, just put a little sprinkle of salt in it, or it'll taste flat. I use granulated garlic, and I just like sprinkle it on probably about a half a teaspoon for a stick of butter. And you're gonna take your pieces of bread and you're just gonna dunk them. That's why it's so good. I tried brushing it on, nah. And I usually dunk both sides. Put it under the broiler and you're good to go. So I'll show you what that looks like when our casserole's done. Okay? Can't wait, I'm starving. Okay, so our pizza casserole is out of the oven, and check it out. Oh my God, it looks delightful. And I'm gonna take a scoop of this. Oh, look it. It's so good. Look at my garlic bread. And I'm gonna take a bite of this, and I know it's hot, but I can't help myself, I'm starving. Oh my God. It is so good. And if you say you can't make your own sauce for this, I'm gonna have to say doubt it, because you saw that I only put just a few ingredients in this. It is so good, and it is one of our family favorites, and I know your kids are gonna love this because it tastes just like a pizza. And I think I know why my husband loves me so much. Keep that in mind. So till next time, keep smiling. See ya. Yum.